back to Canada Boys. Today we're checking out the newest episode of Lord of the Mysteries, episode 10. How'd you feel about this episode, bro?
We still crying over old man Neil, man.
I'm mad at it, man.
I don't blame him, no.
They did hit us with that again in the beginning of the episode, and yeah, it's tragic, bro. It's tragic how he went out, but in this world, man, like I said, knowledge is not always your best friend.
Yep.
Don't want to know too much. Speaking of someone who knows too much, let's talk about his teacher, Professor Azique, man. What's going on, bro?
I guess he decided he wanted to leave all of a sudden. I thought it was random, but I think
he's chasing the clues that have to do with like his son's corpse getting like the head stolen, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So that one makes sense, but he warned him too. He was like, look, I'm leaving the kingdom right now. So once I leave, whoever was messing with you is going to be able to mess with you. Because for some reason, I guess while he was there, I don't know how strong the professor is, but apparently he's strong enough that like other Beyonders won't really mess with someone that he's like associated with.
Well, I mean, he's been alive for 1,000 years. You know how that go.
So yeah, we don't know what his sequence is, but I'm assuming he's like at least 4. You know what I'm saying? Like he seems like he's up there. But he was like, yeah, I'm about to leave, so better lock in. If you ever need my help, I'm gonna leave you this little whistle. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, that sounds interesting enough as is. But as soon as he gets that, the captain pulls up on him.
Mm-hmm.
He hides it right away. So I'm like, I thought Loki he had told the captain maybe about this at this point, but
I don't think he's told
secret.
him anything to do with the professor at all.
No,
honestly.
not at all.
Yeah,
I knew he was still hiding it the other episode because the professor was the cause of the incident that they went to go fix. Remember when the ghosts were possessing everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was like the excuse for him to get the sun artifact again.
Right.
But yeah, he's got his own like little side plot going on, and he's just not letting them know anything about it, which I think is kind of interesting. I don't know if there's going to become like a point where there's like a conflict of interest, and then he has to fight against the Nighthawks.
It could happen.
I feel like it's really like looks like it's setting up to happen the way it's saying so far. But aside from that, honestly, I feel like this episode was just really interesting because we get to see like him kind of training. Because when he first got his powers, we knew that he wanted to like switch from using a gun to cards, but we find out this episode he's really not that good at it yet.
Yeah, he can't aim for real.
Yeah. So he's trying to get a little bit more training, and the captain's helping him out with that, trying to make sure that he's actually up to par so he can really handle his like sequence 8 powers. But I gotta say, so far I'm liking the way his powers are set up. I feel like
Kleins,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
The way he moves is very. It feels like Assassin's Creed a little bit. Am I wrong? Is that a bad comparison?
I don't know. Klein don't be killing people on purpose.
Well, that's fair. But I'm saying like just like the sleight of hand type of like vibe that he's got going on. I'm like, I'm messing with it. And I feel like it also matches with his persona, whether it's now he's the clown. We saw he had like a clown face when he was performing his what's it called? The new ritual that he learned. Mm-hmm. But the clown, the fool, I feel like he's really like fitting into all these characters as once.
Yeah, that's how you move up in a sequence anyway. You gotta stay with your range, I guess. For sure.
So I think it's gonna be interesting to see him though, like be this clown now. I don't know, like I feel like the seer stuff made a lot more sense with his character. I'm like, how you gonna be acting like a clown aside from the cards?
I don't know. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see him just like delve into it in this way. But this episode, we end up meeting with a crackhead.
Well, before we meet with the crackhead, he was training with Madame Dolly or something.
Yeah.
And I guess she just graduated sequence 6.
She be moving fast.
Yeah. But she also said that Klein was moving faster than she was, though.
Back then.
She said that.
For sure.
So.
But 6 is still kind of crazy.
No, 6 is busted.
I think 6 is the highest we've seen, low-key.
No, we saw the other dude, that 5 guy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He was terrorizing him.
He was for getting to sword.
Yeah, yeah. He was
different. But she's low-key close.
Yes, she's right under him.
I don't know, man. Like Miss Dolly's, she might be a problem. Mm-hmm. But they had like a cool little like back and forth that she was like teaching him. But the captain interrupts him. He's like, "Hey, we got an urgent mission," which is weird because I feel like I've never seen him like actually pull up on him like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Most of the time it's like very like structured on his like hours, or if they do have to do something at night, like he lets them know way ahead of time. Mm-hmm. And so this time he has to go and use what he literally just learned like 10 minutes ago on this prisoner, right? Yeah, and the ritual was like to get into someone's mind. So to me, it's kind of crazy that like you would ask him and not Dolly.
Hey man,
when she right there, you know what I'm saying? She's like, why don't you just add the teacher? Because he even told him, he was like, yeah, we're pretty sure he's a Beyonder. He probably is like what was it, like a psychic something?
A psychic, yeah.
It was like part of like the spectator pathway. But yeah, he's probably like a sequence 7, and he has a strong mental pathway. Be careful. It's like, that's all you giving me? That's crazy. But homie gets in there and he starts asking him questions. And honestly, at first it was low key working, but after a certain point, right? Because he wanted cake or something like that.
Yeah, Hood Eugene, man.
Hood Eugene. I don't know
what made him go Hood crazy. Eugene, that's crazy. The Hood in the beginning's already scaring me.
For sure. That's your government name? Anyway. We end up finding out that he's connected to this Aurora Order. Jesus Christ. So many O's in that. Mm-hmm. But he's connected to them through this like psychic alchemist organization. And they're all working with this Lavernus guy, who was the guy who got that girl pregnant and stole like $1 million from her. Well, I guess it's from a lot of people. Who's also in the Marauder pathway. So like everything is kind of coming together, but like not in a way that's really that helpful to him. Because as soon as he ends up finding out all this information, homie starts crashing out on him in the dream world, and essentially like his mind starts to collapse. And when it's collapsing, we saw like all that water rise, and then that upside down figure that we saw that God.
It looked like
the true creator. I was like, like how does everything keep coming back to this creature or this being? It's kind of crazy. But for some reason, I feel like he's seen it a bunch of times, but he hasn't lost his mind yet. Because that sun being that he saw was just like, you're fried.
He keeps getting lucky, but you remember how someone's leading him down all these paths, so they're not going to just let him just fail immediately.
No, that's fair. So he barely escapes from the mine, like to the point where the dude was like low-key moving in real time and almost killed him. But, Captain had that blicky on him, and he's been digesting his potion better because Klein told him about the acting method. So he's a lot stronger than he was at least a few days ago in the story's time. But I think what's really interesting with this part is just like the way Klein is learning these things, right? I feel like the way he's getting put in these situations is a little bit too like auspicious to me. Like it's too lucky,
That's what I'm saying. That random person that's leading him down, it's giving him this lucky path right now.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's sketchy. You know what I'm saying? It's mad sketchy because I feel like the further he advances, like he's not really getting any good information on these people for real. Like this Lavernus guy is still out there.
Well, no one's getting information on that guy.
But what about the dude who turned into a girl?
No one getting info on him.
Too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they low-key, he hasn't really taken that many dubs versus these people. So, it definitely feels like it's a setup right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then we end up finding a lot of cool info as well about the artifacts. Because initially, when he was playing the mission, he was like, oh, like, this person escaped from the Nighthawks, and he's been missing, like, ever since. But he took, like, a super OD artifact.
I thought he derailed or something. I thought they said something about that.
They said they think he might have, but they haven't seen him.
Oh, okay.
So they don't even know what's going on.
I know they did say if you do come across him or something, just be ready or something.
Yeah, they said you're going to die.
They say something like that.
You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, like the artifact he has is apparently like super OD. They say you can't even discuss it.
So I don't know if I'm mixing this up. Is the 008 for the Hood Eugene guy, or is it for that guy?
That's for that guy.
Okay. I just didn't make sure because I didn't know if that was
the Hood Eugene is kind of his own thing.
Oh, okay.
But we also end up finding out that a lot of the ways that the artifacts are created is when Beyonders derail and then they die. A lot of their Beyonder energy gets left in objects that they leave behind. So that tells me some of these artifacts that are OD might have it might have been like a sequence like
multiple people have
3 died
and just.
No, but imagine, I'm assuming it's like the stronger you are as a Beyonder, the more powerful artifact you would leave behind when you die.
So who's the sun one then?
No. So I was about to ask, is Escanor died? Like, what is going on here? That's kind of crazy to me. So I feel like maybe there might even be like a Neil artifact.
There will be.
He is sequence 9 though, so I don't know if this is going to be anything crazy, but...
Nah,
Because he was
It'll
even
show up
explaining that
eventually.
like most of the time you can't control the artifacts, and then Klein asked, he was like, "Well, what if you can?" And then the boss didn't really go into detail.
He said, "Did you? You're not supposed to ask that."
Yeah, I was like,
you don't want to
okay.
know that.
Yeah, that's a little suspicious. You feel me? So even they're still keeping some secrets. But yeah, after that part of the episode, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it felt like it just kind of like cut off in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was just like, oh okay, like that's all there is really to it. You know what I'm saying? Because he just did his little divining thing. He figures out that what's it called? This, I don't know how to explain her. She's like a socialite, almost like a politician.
You talking about when they met up in their thing again, or who are you talking about?
No, this is after that part. So after they beat up Hood Eugene, right? They go to this like political meeting or something like that, and we see this girl get slapped in the face, right?
Yep.
And they're both wives of like an MP, which is pretty much like a senator. At least from if it's MP, the way like a British Parliament member is, then that's what that means. And the pretty one, she's like the ex-wife of one. Like I guess like her husband like died or something. The other one's like the current wife of one, right? And she just hates her. I don't know the exact context. I was paying attention, but at the same time, like they didn't really splash it out too much. So I'm like, I might have missed like a sentence and it could be. You feel me? But pretty much like she was just being unladylike, slapped homegirl, and Shorty just like brushed it off. You know what I'm saying? Got a dude to come do her makeup right quick. And like she was just so composed that everybody else was like, you need to leave. and they escorted the fat girl out of here. You know what I'm saying? But then as soon as she left, right? Because the whole reason they came there was to check out what was going on in the background, because one of these guys had died, right? And she was the last person to talk to him. And so homie went to go check out his body as soon as she left. And this dude's body looked crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. It was like shrunk, like someone sucked the life out of him. You know what I'm saying? Then we saw like a little bit of flashbacks, and she might have actually sucked the life out of him.
Sucked him dry, you feel me?
So I was like, maybe he died happy. I don't know. But it just looked a little crazy. So she's definitely the Beyonder of some sort. And I don't know if like that was just the show showing us what happened, or if Klein also saw what happened. Because he kind of like plays like he's not sure what's going on when the captain asks him. You feel me?
I'm pretty sure he saw it.
Yeah, so I'm like, come on, bro. Because then right after that, he goes into the freaking gray fog realm, and he's trying to divine what happened to homie, and he gets a couple answers, but as soon as he starts trying to ask questions about homegirl, nothing. And that's suspicious. We've already seen this happen. Every time he asks questions about something, and the divination gives him absolutely nothing, it either means he's got the wrong name, or it's a really OD Beyonder he's trying to mess with. And either one is not good.
Yeah, they're all bad choices here. All bad
Exactly.
choices.
So now he's trying to think like maybe she's either connected to the person who's been like guiding him down these paths, the red chimney guy, or she is that person. I don't know, but she did peep him.
Good theories.
This is not looking good. You know what I'm saying? You need to stay away from fine shit, Klein. You will be in trouble. And bro, at this point, the episode ends. I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh, that was a kind of a short episode. Good thing we sat through the credits, bro. It turns up way crazier after that, man. As soon as that happens, bro, it goes into this weird, like, dark city. I don't even know what I was looking at, bro. And we see a homie, like, walking through this, like, rain. He goes into a little tower. There's, like, a little altar there. And he starts praying. He's like, God, please. This forsaken land, you must save it. I'm just sitting here like, what the hell?
So why did he think he was getting prayed to though, or is that he was just prayed to? I'm so confused with that.
I don't know how,
because I know he looked up and he saw the little red dot and he said a new prayer. Yeah. I did see that, but I didn't understand it fully.
I don't know how the prayer connected to Klein. All I do know is that somehow, because that dude was praying in the way he was praying, and it might have to do with the language, right? Because Klein even said he didn't really recognize that language for real. But like, luckily, he's been studying a bunch of different languages. He was like, oh, this is like an ancient language. I didn't even know anyone speaks this. You feel me? So he was able to somehow like peep that language and then pulled him in, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, this part was just pure aura, right? Because right before he pulled him in, right, they were already talking about like, they're doing like their little exchange of information. Or pretty much, they give Klein information. They don't realize they're giving him information. And then he gives them something vague, and they just be like, yo. But this time he shuts down the blue dude. He was like, or the hangman.
Yeah, he thought he overstepped or something.
Yeah, he was like,
freaking
"You're
out.
not supposed to know about that, right?"
His
now.
hands were like shaking.
Hell yeah! Like if you really think about it, from the perspective of how they see Klein, like you say one wrong word, he gonna be like the sun guy and just cook you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Because he really be moving crazy in that room. You feel me? So as soon as he was like, but you can carry on though, and then they start talking to each other about it. Then he learned a little bit more info as far as how the aura is kind of like working, and he learns about these seven admirals of the sea. So I'm assuming they're all beyonders. But she was asking Homegirl, like, hey, like, I need you to help me find this one particular guy. And when they cut to him, hey, I ain't gonna lie. You might not want to find that guy. Bro, he like grabbed this dude by his head, sucked the moisture out of him, and then turned his body to water. On his ship. Aura.
Disgusting work, brother.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He's a vice captain or a vice admiral? Are we in One Piece? Like, what's going on here? That looked crazy. That looked tough. But I feel like after that part, I think what made it really crazy is that this man Klein pulled the dude that was praying to him into the realm in front of them.
Yeah, that part was like confusing me too. But I was like, why is this red? These red dots are coming towards him, and I was confused. And then
he pulled it in.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was hard. That was hard as hell. And then when homie came in there, I'd be so sick. Like, he was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on?
God? Did I die? But yeah, he started aura farming on him immediately. He was like, I'm not God, but I am the fool. Pick a card. That was tough.
Aura.
Bro, insane aura. And even the other ones was low-key kind of aura farm too. They're like, I'm hangman. I was like, all right, y'all, I get it. So it's going to be interesting to see like what perspective this guy brings to the table, because when he was listening to his voice and he started like deciphering what he was saying in that language, he said that pretty much he realized he's from the Forsaken Lands, right? And that's what the blue dude was trying to find out about initially. So I feel like this is going to be like a treasure trove of just like info that he's about to get. But that also makes me wonder, like, is this guy in the same planet as them?
They're talking planets now.
No.
Okay.
Think about it this way, or maybe like the same world.
Okay, that's better. I'm like,
but you feel me though? Like, no, because it don't even make sense. Because he said no one speaks this language no more, and their world is kind of like halfway steampunk. So I feel like there's not that many places they probably can't actually get to on their planet.
I see the vision.
So that makes me think like, did he just pull someone from a different dimension? Because it's crazy.
If he's doing all that, that means he should be a higher sequence.
I ain't even gonna lie. You skip the sequences with this one.
Yeah.
You feel me? But yeah, it's definitely gonna be crazy. I just can't wait to see like what kind of information he's able to glean out of this guy. Because this one, I feel like out of everybody is gonna see him like even more like a god. Because he was already praying to homie from the start, without even knowing like the mantra that he gave everybody else. So I feel like at this point, bro, this man Klein about to be like sequence like 6, but he gonna have like sequence 4 powers.
Yep, just like homie the sequence 5 dude that was scaring him to death.
Yeah, that dude was a problem.
Since he technically has sequence 4 powers.
Yeah, because of his artifact though. This man Klein don't even need an artifact yet.
We gonna see. He liked that sun one a lot.
Speaking of the sun, that dude's picked the card the sun, which is kind of crazy. I need to know more about him now, because I ain't gonna lie, the sun people right now got hella aura based off of that artifact.
They do, bro.
I see, bro.
Like, they're like, they moving different.
They eviscerating people, bro.
Man.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with no sun artifacts.
Yeah, especially the way they be burning people to death, bro.
For sure.
Couldn't be me.
And the crazy thing too is, if that guy has a lot of good info for Klein, doesn't Klein also know like a ton of pathways in the sun pathway?
Yeah, but
he got fried.
Yeah, but he can't do it. Like, he's not gonna be able to tell nobody or look the way he wants to, because he's gonna burn to death again.
So he doesn't have to look again, but he can give that guy info.
Are you sure he's allowed to do that though for that one?
He's allowed to do it for that one. He just can't tell anybody about the acting method because of the promise he made. But he can tell people about other info that he like obtained himself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm like, I
feel
even
like
do
he's
that.
about to give, bro. He had to up to like sequence 4 for that one or something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you know how OD he gonna look, bro. As soon as he start giving this dude like hella info, they gonna be like, dang, who is he?
More aura points given.
Yeah, at least that's how I'm seeing it. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have that pathway, but to me, the fact that he picked the sun, speaks some weird language, it's all lining up to me. feel me?
Yeah, something big is coming.
For sure.
But don't spoil us because somehow the other episodes are out and we don't know nothing about it.
They're out on Crunchyroll, but yeah, we saw that there might be a leak.
Yeah, we going in order. We gonna see y'all. Don't tell us nothing.
Exactly, man. Don't let us know how the season ended, bro.
I think there's 13 episodes.
13? Okay, so we got a few more.
Yeah,
but this one was pretty good though. What would you rate it?
I'm always gonna say a 10 for this anime because they different. They don't even have to fight enough for me to.
I mean, that is fair. The quality just be fire no matter what. I ain't seen a bad scene. They just be cooking, bro.
Every time.
And it's long episodes too. That's what always like
30
surprises
minutes
me, bro.
Every time.
This really might be like 18 episodes if you really like.
Technically, I mean, a regular one would be like 20 to 24 minutes usually.
That's what I'm saying, but they always give us like 33 to sometimes 38.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This is crazy. It's like 2 seasons. I ain't even gonna lie. They cooking, man. But y'all let us know what y'all think of this anime, bro. What y'all think of this episode. If y'all have any theories down below about what's going on. Because honestly, I don't think we missed too much this episode. It was like a little bit more streamlined. But there was just a lot going on. I don't even think we talked about like what happened with Mr. Azique when he like summoned his little messenger. And it was that big old skeleton.
A big old skeleton, that he left for him. Yeah.
There's just so much going on, bro. It's crazy. This one's crazy as heck. But I'm excited. I feel like these next couple episodes are going to be crazy. I can't wait to see if I think they're probably going to finish the season with him at least maybe finding out at least who is blocking him or something.
Yeah, they got to end it off with something like that.
Yeah.
They got to.
Because I feel like I want to know where the overarching story is kind of like going at this point. But so far, it's just been a good journey, bro. It's a fire anime. Aside from that, y'all like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll catch y'all. Peace.